Hi friends, hello everyone. In this video I have been jumping rope for 30 days starting from absolute zero and something came out of it. But what exactly you will see later in this video. But first I would like to tell you about a small disclaimer. The fact is that you are probably used to all my videos being shoot in the format of 30 days in a row. Initially I planned to shoot this video in the format of 30 days in a row and this video will take me 1 month. But the fact is that over time I began to fail to allocate time on a daily basis for jumping rope. Therefore I decided that in this video I will just allocate 30 days regardless, so to speak, of the time frame, and for 30 days I will jump rope but not every day. And in general the experiment dragged on so much that today is October 23rd and I started this video in my opinion in July, and today finally I finished it. Well, here is the introduction from the very beginning of this experiment. Hi friends, hello everyone, today is July 6th and today I'm starting my new experiment in which, as you can already understand from the title of this video, I will jump rope for 30 days. So here is the skipping rope that I bought, the most ordinary Starline skipping rope.
Starline.
Oh, Starline is my Starline alarm and this is Starfit. I got mixed up a little bit. Well, in general, the background. I went to the boxing.
Come on, let me go through.
That's it. I went to the boxing, that's the whole topic. And the coach told me that you need to jump rope. And as you know, everything I do in this life,
I went outside 3 times, breakfast, lunch and dinner. The rest of the time I was workout.
at least based on my content. Accordingly, I jump rope so-so, to put it mildly. And then I came to boxing training, and at the end of the training, the coach gave me a jump rope task. Just jump. Say, you have 5 minutes, jump rope. I started jumping. Well, I jumped there 7 times, I made the mistake. There 5 times I made the mistake. 10 times I made a mistake. And in general, I didn't have any consistency. Let's start. And he told me,
Давай по новой, Миша, все хуйня.
it's good that you can somehow jump, but preferably you need at least 2 or 3 times at the initial stage to be able to jump without mistakes. Or better yet, walk to 5 times. Accordingly, after calculating a little in my head, I realized that it was about 500 jumps that needed to be made so accurately. And naturally, with my 7 to 10 times, it's just heaven and earth. That's why I got a spontaneous video like this. I remember once upon a time, the audience asked me to make such a video, and in general, life itself, so to speak, gave me such an opportunity. That's why I'm shooting this video for you. Perhaps you, my viewer, are now in the same plus or minus shape as I'm regarding the rope. That is, you are the same tree which does not really cope with its coordination and makes mistakes all the time. I have a pretty simple task in this video. I will spend half an hour a day jumping rope every day for 30 days, and I don't think there is even any point anymore. Half an hour is actually quite a lot. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you are here for the first time. Write your comments and put likes. 5,000 likes, I'm shooting a new video based on your comments. And now let's look at any anthropometric indicators. On the first day my waist is 78, my butt exactly 100 and the calf muscle is 42. I hope 42 centimeters will be visible. And my weight at the moment is 87.2 kilograms. There are the indicators I have on the first day of the experiment. Pretty good. By the way, the calves have increased in volume despite the fact that I don't train them much. Interesting fact. One more thing. For some reason I can jump in shoes. It always catches on with me. Also, by the way, I have a jump rope in size. I will show you right away in order to determine the size of the rope, whether it's for you or not. I think this information will be relevant for many people. You stand on this rope with 1 foot, so I got up, it's just not visible. But in general, you got 1 foot on this rope. You leave the rope if you have fist in front of your shoulders, then this jump rope is for you, according to your size. Accordingly, if you, for example, have your hands somewhere here or vice versa too high, let's say, then this jump rope will no longer be suitable for you. But I think that in the rope is longer than usual, then naturally it will be much easier to jump. But if the rope is shorter than usual, then you will cling to it stably. So then I was jumping at boxing training, I kept clinging to this rope with my sneakers. I don't know, it's like my size, but I just haven't gotten used to it yet. Taking off my shoes, I immediately began to jump much better. By the way, so now we will see, I will go outside. Let's see what I will have there on jumps. Maybe it will be better today. That's it, go train. It was me who unpacked the jump rope at home and decided to jump to understand how badly I jump and so that it would not be so fast to jump on the street. It feels like something new actually. But due to the fact that I'm not a small person, jumping at home with such low ceilings is definitely not an opinion.
For the first week, I went out every day and devoted half an hour to jumping. I jumped both on the street for fresh strength and after every boxing workout. By the way, I had boxing 3 times a week at 10 o'clock in the morning. Of course, after boxing, jumping rope as a hitch is a completely different feeling. But in any case, the technique and tension improved. At first, it was uncomfortable for me to jump in shoes. It seemed to me that the jump rope was too short for me. But it's not really like that. It's just that I had a lack of strength in my calf muscles and there was a lack of jumping technique. At first, for some reason, I wanted to bend my knees and bend my legs while jumping. This is a mistake that I eventually got away from. So
In general,
far, this
see
is my
the
record
first
for the
approach
first
for
approach.
today. I'll start filming right away. The skipping rope is not mine, I just took in the gym as I usually do. I set the timer for 5 minutes. Accordingly, after 5 minutes I rest for a minute and again for 5 minutes and 1 minute's rest. Within 5 minutes my task is to do the maximum number of times. Well, I don't count all the times, how many times I do it in one approach. More precisely, I don't count how many times I have done in 5 minutes in total, but I'm counting my records, so to speak. I'm not summing them up. Let's see what I can do on the first approach. I have been training for how many days now? The 5th day or what? I am already training to jump rope now. We will see.
Ah,
117. Wow, a record. Listen, a good boost. I told you, because yesterday, can you still see me? It was 47. And today it's 117. Damn. You know, a strange feeling. The ass is jumping back and forth. After the 100 times, you focus on the discomfort as if the kindness are synced with each jump. Also, I seem to be trying to jump gently. It turns out that it hits a butt. It's fine, so okay, I'll continue to train now.
It turns out to be difficult to rotate. Well, that's how it went day after day. After a week, I kind of started jumping rope steadily on 2 legs and began to learn new jumps. I do not know what they are called, but I could make them a couple of times, and I think you understand what I mean. Also, during this time, I managed to visit Tomsk for 10 whole days. If you are suddenly from Tomsk, then be sure to write a comment. I've been to several places of interest here. I've been to a fitness club, as I understand it, one of the best. If that's not the case, correct me. And I've even been to an open-air playground like this. There is a great lack of such a platform in Karaganda. Akamet, contact me. Let's put up the same playground in Karaganda. There will be a class.
Oh, see, it's not real. The little, fragile girl was able to lift the weight.
Well, after a while, there were certain kinds of changes in my life. I quit the job I had been working in for 3 years, and I started jumping less often. You heard the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. And now let's move on to the results of this video.
Well friends, it's me again, and this is the end of my experiment, October 23rd. Well, as you saw at the very beginning of this experiment, my results were, to put it mildly, so-so. But the most important thing is not to despair and not give up ahead of time, and understand one thing. If you regularly devote time to any activity, even if you're absolutely zero there, then in any case you will achieve success in this deal. After a certain amount of time, the most important thing is not give up ahead of time. It is clear that there will be ups and downs, but we need to continue and continue. And so in general, after many thousands of attempts at jumping rope, after 30 training sessions, many unsuccessful jumps, I finally came to my goal. I learned to jump for more than 3 minutes on a skipping rope without any mistakes. Of course, I didn't get to 5 minutes since I was jump tired, and often my jumping rope was at the end of training, either in boxing or just then I was doing some other kind of activity, like rocking there. But there were, of course, days then I just purposefully came and jumped. Days it was much easier to jump, and these days I set my best results. Under 400 times I jumped on a rope, and just then I started to get tired. That is, there were no mistakes, the calf muscle were just starting to get tired, the breathing tube was starting to get something there, my hands were getting tired, and so on. But in general, I think that I have achieved my result. Maybe someone will tell me now that it's pretty simple and jump 1,000 times on a rope there and don't get tired. Well, okay, you're great, cool, but then you start, so to speak, from absolutely zero and go to such results. I still think it worthy. Besides trying to achieve a continuous number of rope jumps in 5 minutes, I also studied all the different types and different jump rope, and I also studied all the different types of different rope jumps. jumps. I started trying double jumps and started getting them after a while. And also one of my main goals is to learn how to do jumps like this. I don't know what it is called. If you are aware, be sure to write in the comments. And if you know any other types of jumps that may be useful, share them in the comments too. The bottom line is that after a while I mastered these jumps and it turned out to be not so difficult. The most important thing is just to learn how to jump. Just jumping. I have a concept in game sports. Affestation. Even if you don't play very often, but you have this affestation, then you can handle your opponent well or stay in the game. It's the same with jumping. If you have experience jumping rope even just in this style, then learning to jump in different ways will become much easier over time. First, of course, it may not work out very well, but that's okay. Just keep jumping. Try to much softer. Do it on your toes. And remember the basic rule. Don't jump like that. Yeah! The rope is thin, 3 mm, and in order for it to pass under your feet, it is enough to jump to a height of centimeter. Moreover, it should be jumping on tiptoes now. The lower your jump, the less energy you spend, and the better your jumps will technically look. Just jump lightly. You don't need a lot of space under your feet. Relax, just like then riding a bike. Then you learn to relax, you will catch the pace, and everything will work out, and you will be confident in your coordination. I even learned how to cross jump. Maybe it looks childish, but learning something new always brings cool emotion. Don't worry about how you look or that you can't get someone to look at you. Just jump in. Make a mistake. At the very beginning of the experiment, I jumped 7 times without mistakes. That's very little. Some may not be able to jump off 1, but 7 is also not very far from 1. Think about the fact that this is development of your coordination. It also learned how to jump with a step and run on the spot. It wasn't that hard anymore. Then you learn to feel the rope. Other types of jumps will be much easier for you. These 30 days have brought a lot of fun and new skill. It may seem to some that these jumps are simple, but it's a great skill that will improve your endurance and straighten your calf muscles. Speaking of them, let's see how much they have changed in volume, as well as look at other anthropometric data. My shoulders are 130 centimeters, waist is 80 centimeters, butt 100 centimeters, calves are 42.5 centimeters, weight is 86.8. My date has not changed much regarding anthropometry, but I'm not a benchmark for comparison. If you are overweight or don't exercise, just start jumping rope. Perhaps you, my viewer, are overweight or you don't do any training at all. On the accordingly, I'm in sports all time, so first I don't have any such super expressions on me. But maybe it's you. If you just start jumping rope, then you are very likely. Of course, if you jump rope for say half an hour a day and you haven't had much activity before, then you will start losing weight. Well, of course, if you still monitor your diet, it will be okay. But in general, you will start to lose weight, your calves will straighten, your endurance will improve, and the cardiovascular system will begin to function differently. It will already catch some kind of load, the heart muscle will also pump blood, and accordingly your endurance will be pumped. And then you start jumping rope for at least a minute without mistakes, and you will not get tired, you will not catch heart. Then I congratulate you. You have already made a very big step. Such a simple thing as jump rope can greatly improve your life. Yes, it sounds very loud, but I think it is. Then you will love the skipping rope and you will introduce it into the warm-up, into the hitch, and so on. Therefore, friends, this is how I got the video. Be sure to put your likes and subscribe to my channel. If you are suddenly here for the first time, subscribe to my Instagram. It is somewhere here or here. The Instagram is called. Put your likes. Any of your likes is a promotion for my video, and I am very happy with them. Write your comment. Maybe you have already had experience with skipping rope. Maybe you can write me something there that my hands are very far from my body or something else, because I know that somehow they jump like that. Well, in short, I was able to jump as well as I could. Well, as always, I wish you to always be in shape and develop professionally. See you soon.